We're back with part 3 of our interview with LeMontio Hobdy, the Fit Farmer.
It really helps you to come across as a strong, confident, and competent individual. Right. So just like an athlete in their training for their sporting event, as a speaker, you still have to have a discipline and a regimen. Because even as a voice therapist, I still have to watch what I do and take care of myself. I have to warm up my voice. There are things that you have to do that most people don't even think about. They think, oh, okay, I speak well and people listen to me and I'm interesting. There's nothing that I really have to do, but there's a regimen. Believe it or not. I
didn't know that, but yeah.
So with that said, just based on the regimen and things that I like people to do to warm up, I will ask you to do a couple things. So I'm going to put Mr. Hobdy in the hot seat, okay? So first of all, I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath. Let's look at your breathing techniques. Okay, again. Okay. And so I'm about to put him on the spot. So the first thing I noticed, and I really can't tell because of his shirt is loose. The first thing that I noticed, he inhaled through his nose. Breathe in again. And out. Okay, it's okay. It's nice and relaxed. So he breathed in through his nose. But believe it or not, a lot of people are mouth breathers. And so if you are a public speaker and you're always dealing with dryness in your mouth and you're coughing and your throat gets dry before your speech is done, it could be actually that you're breathing in through your mouth. Your nose is like your incubator. It warms the air, it humidifies it, and it gets it ready for you to use. So that was good. All right. That was a good check. And I noticed that his chest was moving. It wasn't too elevated, yes. And his shoulders are doing a little bit of moving. But what a lot of people do is if I ask them to take a breath, they could be like this. And all of this, you see the tension? It tightens up. My neck is gone. So think about it. If you're serving for tennis, what are some body mechanics that they teach you that in terms of your serve? Like, does tension play a part in your serve?
Yes, okay. You have to be loose. And basically, just take a moment to pause. Like you said, take a deep breath and really visualize where you're trying to hit that serve.
Exactly. And that's the same thing with breathing. You take that breath, you inhale, and the proper way to inhale is from your diaphragm. So there is some movement from your chest. And so when you inhale the air, your stomach goes out, believe it or not. Because you're taking the air in and your stomach goes out, that means your lungs are expanding and then you release it. For speech, you release it through your mouth. But you were breathing in and out through your nose, and that's okay. For relaxed breathing. So you got one, breathing in through your nose. Step 2, most people don't even think about it, is breathing through your diaphragm. That gives you more support. So that's one technique. Okay, so let's do a quick warm-up. Let's check let's check your lip and tongue movement. You have to do exercises for strengthening, right? For coordination, range of motion.
Same thing with the mouth. Huh?
Same thing with the mouth. You can warm up. So I want you to repeat this tongue twister. I am not the pheasant plucker. I am the pheasant plucker's mate. Just say that.
I am not the pheasant plucker. I am the pheasant plucker's mate.
I am only plucking pheasants.
I am only plucking pheasants.
Because the pheasant plucker is late.
Because the pheasant plucker is late.
Now, can you put that together? I am not the pheasant plucker.
I'll
say it all together. I am not the pheasant plucker. I am the pleasant. See, I almost said it. I am not. Hold up, I forgot to warm up. I am not the pheasant plucker. I am the pheasant plucker's mate. I am only plucking pheasants because the pheasant plucker's late.
I am not the pheasant plucker. I'm the pheasant plucker's mate. I forgot the second
I'm only plucking pheasants.
I'm only plucking pheasants because the pheasant plucker's late.
Okay, do that again. I'm not the pheasant plucker.
I am not the pheasant plucker. I'm the pheasant plucker's mate. I'm only plucking feathers because the pheasant plucker's late.
Okay, good. And that was good. And so when you're saying that, I'm looking at your mouth as you're doing that because you have to have good range of motion so that your tongue can move. Many people speak and they mumble because they talk with the clenched jaw. And so if your jaw is clenched, you cannot get your words out. So you have to have a good open mouth posture. So what I noticed when you were speaking is that you actually had a good open mouth posture. Now, men don't tend to be as expressive as women, but you had a very good open mouth posture. So doing tongue twisters can help you actually warm up your tongue. So he's really a good example.
Right.
So
thank you.
So we did the breathing and we did the diction. So I want you to now take a deep breath, and I want you to count until you run out of air.
Okay, well, let me start over there.
Okay. And then just begin. Oh, you're counting silently. I'm sorry. You're supposed to count out loud. I'm sorry. I did not tell him to count out loud. So I want you to just take a deep breath and just begin to count. 1, 2, 3, and get progressively louder as you go.
Until I run out of air? Mm-hmm. Okay. So wait.
So I'll demonstrate. So breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your voice gets bigger until you run out of air.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay, at what point did you feel like you needed to stop?
Maybe like around 12.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And at 10, I noticed as I was watching you, there was some tension creeping in. Okay. And so you can learn to project your voice and use your airstream. So those things, projection, articulation, breathing, those are some disciplines and things that every speaker can practice. Okay. So if you wanted to do this every day, and we talked about how to reduce, so if, for instance, if you wanted to reduce a foreign or a regional accent, the giveaway is the vowels. And when we were talking about it, I told him you can shorten your vowels. And so all you have to do to just basic tips and basic disciplines, go through those tongue twisters on a daily basis and practice saying them with shortened vowels and practice saying them with good open mouth posture and things like that. So based on our session, tell me some things that you learned that you can carry on with you for your journey into public speaking as you do more marketing.
Okay, the things that you just taught me about like you said, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, which I wasn't doing, and about the shoulders. Don't breathe so heavy where you tighten up and tensing up in your shoulders.
Yes.
And also about the tongue twisters with the pheasant pluckers. And
there are apps for those. You can get plenty. Yeah.
And about shortening your vowels and not sounding so country,
Well, country is okay as long as people can understand you. But, however, if you wanted to standardize your accent a little bit, you would just shorten your vowels.
Right.
Okay, well, I thank you. I enjoyed our chat.
I did too.
So glad you came and you hung out with me. And hopefully we can do this again sometime. I would like to get some feedback from you on your business because I think it's really, really awesome. And we know that we can follow you on Twitter at LeMontio, LeMontio Hobdy, Hobdy. So go ahead and follow this young man. He's doing some awesome things in his community. He's doing some awesome things to change the health of African Americans, especially in small town Louisiana. But he has plans to expand all over the place with his organic food line. And I cannot wait to have my first, baked chicken? Would it be baked?
Yeah.
Baked chicken from from Monty Farm. So thank you.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching. Join us next time as we talk about code switching. Is it a survival skill or is it just fake?